I know we're going to start a few minutes early because we have an extended period we need under our 5-minute speakers, and we also have 2 inductions today. So a very warm welcome this afternoon to everyone to Rotary, and I'd like to start off please by asking John Hall to lead us in grace. John here?
No.
Wow.
If he's not here, I'll do it.
Thank you very much. Otherwise, I would have been forced to remember the grace from my childhood.
Sad every day, I should.
Away you go.
For family and friends, for faith and food, we give you thanks, O God. Amen. Amen.
That was perfect. Thank you very much. Right, now, what I'd like to do is welcome our speaker this afternoon, Sarah Meikle, and Sarah is going to be addressing us a little later, so welcome, and she'll be more formally introduced by Helen Elgar. Now we have some guests, and I wonder if Lee Wilkinson could introduce the guest she's brought with her today, please.
Hello everyone, this is Kasenja, who's a Kiwi via Bangladesh, and you're allowed to call him Toz. Contacted us through the Facebook page.
We have Martin Leonard has brought a guest.
Yes.
Martin?
Yes, yes. This is Adan Tizarina. Adan is the Chief Executive of Almighty Producers and formerly the Chief Executive of Wellington Orchestra and formerly owner of Matterhorn.
Now, do we have any world travellers who have just returned? Or any that are disappearing? Yeah, thank you. And birthdays, just Tracy Brown. Is Tracy here today? No, she must be celebrating with a long lunch. Sarah, that she shouldn't be spending her money now. She should be holding it till August. And just before we ask the Sergeant, Andrew, to come up and take what money you got out of your wallets for Rotary, I wonder if I could remind you all to turn your cell phones off or turn them down. No matter, not that I've ever heard it here, but I was at a symposium this morning, and no matter how many times people get asked, a phone always rings halfway through a presentation. So what I'll do now, Andrew, can you come up, please?
Thank you, President Kerry. Volunteers. My second sergeant, very exciting, and Yuri's promised me a little surprise, which, yeah. So I thought I'd go topical, and as you all know, last Tuesday, Helen Clark was nominated for the Secretary General. Obviously a historic nomination, so I thought we'd explore that to make sure we've all got a basic understanding of who she is, her current role and the challenges ahead. Now, given the experience in the room, I'm going to sort of, it'll be quick fire questions. I expect there'll be very easy answers. So I'll, first answer right here, we'll nominate that table and they can be exempt. If everyone else can please contribute. Sorry, you. Right-hand side. Okay, so could anyone tell me the year that Helen was first elected to Parliament? Oh, I told you. Not a good start.
1981.
Everyone else, pay up, well done. That was an easy one. And what seat did she win and did she hold until retirement? Now, Nelville, sound like this table, everyone else? That's correct. Oh, Mount Roskill. Have I got that wrong? Anyway. What was she doing before she entered Parliament? Does anyone know that?
University.
Yes, thank you. Political Studies at University of Auckland. Now, one of the strengths that Helen stated she will be taking into her bid for the UN role is her success in bringing different political groups together under MMP. Can anyone tell me who Labour's, it should be an easy one, Labour's major MMP partners were? Coalition partners. Alliance, thank you. And then that was her first term. Any thoughts on the following terms? They were in there, but not, according to Wikipedia, that's not the answer I'm looking for. It was the Progressives. Jermaine?
Progressives. Oh yeah, Jermaine.
So I don't know that anyone got that, so we'll have a contribution from everyone if we could. Here's some numbers. Now, I'll be very surprised if anyone got this. Those numbers mean anything to anyone? 17th July 2004 and 172. Just a little memorable thing that came up. Good, I was wondering if anyone would get that. That was when she was caught doing 172 kilometres an hour from Waimate to Christchurch to see All Blacks game. Apparently she was in the back, too busy with work. And another number is in 2014 she was ranked 23rd in the world for something. What was that?
Most powerful woman.
Most powerful woman down here. Hello. Now I haven't done my research, but it is, so apologies for my ignorance, but has anyone here worked for or volunteered for the UN? If so, could you please stand up? No? Okay. Thank you. I think that table will probably contribute for the honour of sharing the table. Helen's current role, can anyone quickly tell me that?
For world development.
We'll go with that. Is anyone brave enough to stand up and give us a definition of what the UN development programme is in place for, what they're looking to achieve? No one brave enough? Probably too many words for this session. Now, in one of the major things the development programme does produce annually is a human development report. This measures education, basic living, health, and that sort of thing. In 2014, what position in the world was New Zealand ranked on that list? Very close. We'll give that to you. It was 9th. And for your interest, Norway was number 1, and way down the bottom, showing the disparity, was Somalia at 0.213 if you look at the stats, the way they measure it. And just to finish off, this should be an easy one, given the what is the only region that has not produced a Secretary General to date? Eastern Europe, yeah. Well done. So current is from Asia. So that's probably Helen's biggest challenge, is that's certainly what the media's suggesting. That's me. Thank you very much. That all you got?
It's going to cost you heaps, Yuri, so... Right, we've got a number of things to get through before we have some... Can I just have your attention for a few minutes? We have a number of things we have to do before we break for a fellowship time. So I'm going to ask George Fairbairn to come up first. He's going to take us through member support. And then Colleen has asked for 10 minutes to talk to us about the Centennial, and she emailed you all, and there was a table got last week for ideas. And then we'll do our 2 inductions, so I would like the inductees and their introducers to be ready after we've heard from Colleen. So George, if you'd like to come up first, please.
Thank you, President Kerry. As you'll have noticed for today, I'm listed down to tell you about a small committee of Rotary. Many of you are probably not aware that there is this committee about. And that's a good thing that you're not aware, because the committee's job is not to be in front of you, selling something, promoting something, or whatever. It is listed on the little list of committees. We are there. 4 persons make up this member support committee. Colleen Singleton, Jenny Button, Brian McEwen and myself. For those of long standing, it was originally called the Almoners Committee. If you look up in the good old dictionary, the almoner is something to do with the hospital and sickness, as it were. It was determined many years ago it should be changed to member support, and that's what its role is. To provide support to members in varying ways, whatever their need might be. It could well be sickness, keeping in contact with someone who's unwell, maybe has not attended recently because of their sickness, etc. And it's maintaining contact wherever that might be. The aim is not to go out there beating the drums, as it were, and it's not to necessarily rummage around to find out details, because a lot of this can be confidential. The member might wish to retain that particular circumstance to themselves. It may relate to their wife or partner, and they don't want everybody to know about it. But in a helpful way, the Member Support Committee can provide that assistance and can provide that contact for people. I think it also needs to be aware that it's not the role of this committee to follow up on those members who have not been regular attenders at lunchtime for whatever reason. And generally it's not because of something that a member's support should be. It's either forgotten or work takes over. It's not our role to do that. But it's to provide that service in a confidential manner, acting as it were below the radar in some respects, but providing that support. And there's a number there who contact is made with from time to time, and they value that support. Maybe talking to their wife or partner and letting them know that Rotary does care about them. So if you have a need, or you think there could be a need for a member of Rotary to have some wider contact, be it for maybe health or other reasons, it could be financial reasons or something, even work related in some way. That contact is there, and through one of those four persons who I mentioned was Colleen Singleton, Jenny Button, Brian McEwen and myself, we will endeavour to do so. And so it's there, there's a committee there. You won't hear from us regularly, but every once a year there's that opportunity that you will hear from me at this stage, and that's what I'm doing today. So don't forget about us, we are there, and I'm happy to talk to you off the record if need be, and just give some advice and direct you maybe to another member of the club who could better assist you for your particular circumstances. Thank you.
Thank you, Kerry. Now this is a time when you're actually going to do some work. I'm not going to be speaking to you. Last week we said we wanted you to come up with some ideas for centennial projects, either big projects which we can line up with our Australian colleagues, Melbourne and Sydney clubs and the Auckland club, or other activities that we can have within our own club for the centenary. So on the table I've put a little list which gives you the guidelines for the projects, and these are the areas that they need to fit into so we can get some grant money. There's just a plain sheet on your table where you can write down your centennial ideas. We're not asking for detail, just as many ideas as you can think of, and a contact person so that we can get in touch with the person whose idea it is. So start writing, start talking, and complete something on your form, which we'll pick up later. And Kerry is timing us, and you can keep writing in the break if you haven't finished. Go for it.
So these are the ones that are going to
get the same project done. They're just doing different times. You just want to do different areas of the same project. We did. They loved it. Yes, I did. What countries are you currently the main one is the trees.
That was a very fast 10 minutes. Sorry about that, Colleen, but we were having a good discussion, and I'm sure everyone else at the table is having a good discussion, and you'll get lots of ideas, and there's opportunity for you to continue to feed those ideas through to Colleen and her team. What I'd like to now do is the two inductions. So could I ask our new Rotarians who are about to become Rotarians and their inductees, and Tony to come forward, please. So who's going to go first?
Shall I go first?
Okay.
Kia ora, fellows. It's my delight to commend for membership of this club, Prashanta Mukherjee. Prashanta and I have known each other for many years, both graduates of the Darden Business School Executive Management. Obviously Prashanta paid attention. Prashanta is from Delhi. He is a graduate of the University of Delhi, graduated with a degree with honours in geology in 1981, and then came to New Zealand in